Good morning, students. Class 12th Commerce, subject Accountancy. It is chapter number 5 of Financial Statements book, Accounting Ratios. It is lecture number 1. First of all, I am moving on to the meaning of ratio. Relationship between two figures expressed in arithmetical terms is called a ratio. Really, ratio is an arithmetical expression of relationship between two interdependent or related items. Definitely. Now I am moving on to the definition in the words of R. N. Anthony. Simply one number expressed in terms of another. It is found by dividing one number into the other. It means when one number is divided by another number, then really the ratio can be found. Ratio, it can be expressed in 4 ways. Here we are discussing about the accounting ratios. Point number 1, proportion or pure ratio or simple ratio. It means I have given you one example of 2:1. It can be anything 10:11, 14:15 or whatever the answer comes of any question. Point number 2, rate or so many times. Rate means times will be written. It is 5 times, 6 times or whatever. Point number 3, clearly written percentage give. It is the examples only I have given. As I have given the example of point number 1, 2:1. Example is for point number 2, 5 times. Example for percentage is 20%. Point number 4, fraction. Now it will be in fraction. Again the example has been given to you. Net profit is 1/5 of capital. It is an example. And now moving on to different type of analysis. First number, it is cross sectional analysis and time series analysis. 2 points I will discuss here. See, cross sectional analysis, it involves the comparison of a firm's ratios with that of some selected firms in the same industry or industry average at the same point of time. In this, with the help of ratios, the comparison is done. Comparison can be done with the same industry. Comparison can be done with the same point of time with our own industry, with another industry, the comparison can be done. And it is known as cross-sectional analysis. I am moving on to now time series analysis. Another way of comparison is to compare a firm's present ratios with its past ratios. When it is very clear by its name, time series analysis, they are timely based undoubtedly. Search and analysis gives an indication of direction of change or developing trends and reflects whether the firm's financial performance has improved, deteriorated or remained constant over a period of time. Here all the matter is of time. Comparison has been done on the basis of time. Ratios has been taken of the past time, of the present time. After that, research and analysis has been done. And research and analysis really it is giving an indication where is the business going, what is the financial position, financial performance. Is the performance good or it is bad or it requires really some type of improvement. Now I am moving on to benchmarks. Point number 1, past ratio. A ratio could be compared or benchmarked with the last year's ratios. Definitely. When the matter is of comparison, then at least 2 figures they are required. When we discuss about business, present and past, really they are always compared so that the businessman, the firm, they can come to know what is going on. It is known as time series analysis, as just before I told you. Point number 1, past ratio. It is benchmark. Number 1, a ratio could be compared or benchmarked with the last year's ratio. It is known as time series analysis, as discussed earlier. Point number 2, ratio of similar firms for industry average. A ratio could be compared with the ratios of similar firm in the same industry or by industry average. See, average can be found of the similar industry, but the time should be same. Whenever we are doing the comparison, the point of time is very much important. At the same point, the comparison should be done with the same type of industry. Same type of industry, if we do the comparison, then we will definitely come to know where are we lacking. It is known as cross sectional analysis. It also has been discussed earlier in previous slide. I have told you the same. Third number, benchmark is going on, beta. Third number, rule of thumb. Certain rule of thumbs based upon well proven conventions have evolved over a period of time. And now the example has been given. See, rule of thumb for current ratio is 2:1, meaning thereby that the current asset should be at least twice the current liabilities. And rule of thumb is, now everybody, every firm, business, they agree on this point. And when we discuss about the current ratio, current assets should be more so that the current liabilities could be paid in time. So the current ratio is 2:1, means current assets upon current liabilities. Current assets are 2 and current liabilities, they are 1. Objectives of ratio analysis. Now I am moving on to the objectives. First number, to locate the weak spots of business which need more attention. It is only the ratio in which a business can be very much confident. Where are the weak spots? Those can be located, those can be rectified, removed. Point number 2, to provide deeper analysis of liquidity, solvency, activity and profitability of the business. When the matter is of deeper analysis, undoubtedly, ratio, it is the most helpful way to find out all these things what are written in point number 2. Point number 3, to provide information for making cross-sectional analysis, that is for making comparison with that of some selected firms in the same industry. All these things, they are done only by with the help of ratios. पॉइंट नंबर 3, ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ रेशियो एनालिसिस का पॉइंट नंबर 3 देखिए सी, टू प्रोवाइड इंफॉर्मेशन फॉर मेकिंग क्रॉस सेक्शनल एनालिसिस, मीन्स इंफॉर्मेशन विल, टू प्रोवाइड द इंफॉर्मेशन to do cross sectional analysis, it is the objective of ratio analysis. To provide, point number it is 3rd, to provide information for making cross sectional analysis, that is for making comparison with that of same industry, some selected, not same, some selected firms in the same industry. Point number 4, to provide information for making time series analysis. And now listen, this is the objective of ratio analysis. With the help of ratio analysis, what is provided? With the help of ratio analysis, information is provided so that time series analysis can be done. Point number 4, to provide information for making time series analysis. that is for making comparison of a firm's present ratios with its past ratios. Point number 5, to provide information useful for making estimates and preparing the plans for the future. See, until and unless a firm knows its present scenario, they cannot make any plan for future. This can be done only with the help of ratios. In last year, the net profit ratio was 30%, and now the net profit ratio is 25%. Only with the help of percentage, only with the help of ratios, planning can be done. So these all were the objectives that I discussed from point number 1 to point number 5, objectives of ratio analysis. They have been done. Next topic, advantages or uses of accounting ratios. Point number 1, helpful in analysis for financial statements. Ratio analysis is an extremely useful device for analyzing the financial statements. It is the advantage or uses of accounting ratios. Point number 1, helpful in analysis for financial statements. Ratio analysis is an extremely useful device for analyzing the financial statements. It helps the bankers, trade payables, investors, shareholders, etc. in acquiring enough knowledge about the profitability. And now see, when shareholder comes to know about the profitability of any business firm, then they can demand for more dividend. Trade payables, if any firm does not pay them money on the basis of profitability, they can claim their money, that the amount is due and the amount should be paid on the basis of profitability, on the basis of ratios. And also the financial health of the business, it also can be judged in the light of the knowledge so acquired by them. See, in the light of the knowledge so acquired by them, knowledge का acquirement किसने किया है? देखिए, bankers ने किया है, shareholders, investors ने किया है. They take necessary decisions. Which decisions will be taken? Will the stock be sold on credit or not? Will the loan will be passed? Will they get any type of more loan? All this can be done only with the help of ratios. And these are the decisions they take. They take necessary decisions about their relationships with the concern, definitely. If the business firm pay them money in time, it means, first of all, their financial position is fine. If they do not repay their loans back in time, then definitely the relationship will not be good. Point number 1 has made everything clear, helpful in analysis for financial statements. Next topic, point number 2, simplification of accounting data. Accounting ratio simplifies. Accounting ratio simplifies and summarizes a very long array of accounting data and makes them understandable. See, when the things they are written, current assets, current liabilities, loans, everybody cannot understand like this. But when it is represented in the way of ratio, it becomes easier. It means ratios are simplifying the accounting data. It discloses the relationship between two such figures which have a cause and effect relationship with each other. Very true and very correct. When we discuss about any ratio, there is some reason that the ratio is good, because ratio is the relationship of two items, two figures. Point number third, helpful in comparative study. With the help of ratio analysis, comparison of profitability and financial soundness can be made between one firm and in the same industry. Easily the comparison can be done, and the tool which is used to do the comparison is ratio. With the help of ratio analysis, comparison of profitability and financial soundness can be made between one firm and in the same industry. Similarly, comparison of current year's figures can also be made with those of previous years with the help of ratio analysis, because see, the record is maintained. With the help of that record, with the help of the device ratio, the comparison becomes easier. And now listen to your homework. Write and learn today's topics. Done whatever I have taught you today. You have to write and you have to learn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.